Hi guys, I'm back today with another craft with me video. I've been trying to keep track of the projects that I want to do with you guys, and so I made myself this little junk journal kind of projects journal that I wanted to keep track of. And here I went ahead and I placed my information, I guess, just my notes, just to kind of keep me on track of what I do after you do things and you don't do them for a while. You just kind of need a little refresher. And so I went ahead and I put here all of my instructions, kind of my little notes to kind of keep me, remembering what it is that I need to do. And in here, I put a little, this is the bottom of a paper bag, and I just put this in here, and here are the tickets. Now, if you saw my last haul, you saw my little sneak peek of what the craft with me video was going to be today, and this is what it is. These are my tickets that I made. I made quite a few, as you can see, and as you can tell, I love the whole grungy look, and so this is what I'm going for. And I absolutely love it. They're so addicting to make, and once you make one, you want to make a whole bunch. Now, you don't have to make them grungy looking like this. This is just what I prefer. You can make them, and I did do one last night that is a little bit on the lighter scale. It does have, you can see the light stamping. I did go ahead and ink the sides, but I did ink the top layer with the sage green ink, and then I did the stamping in that turquoise color, so you can see the flowers, just something, and then there's a little bee, just something to kind of give you guys an idea of how you can make them if you wanted to. This is just not the look that I'm going for, but if that's what you want, you can. So for me, what I'm going to do is, first of all, we need cardstock, and I do have some that's already cut to size, and I'll give you guys the measurements in a minute. I just want to show you guys what it is that we need first. So we need cardstock. I do prefer maybe like a double-sided, because that's more on the thicker side cardstock, and then I used a thinner weight of paper for the top layer. So for this layer here, I used a thinner piece of paper just so that it's not that bulky, but it's up to you, whatever you guys want to use. I also used my stamps, and so if you can see here, my stamps, I did not do one on each, the same on each one. They're all different because I had different tickets, and so ticket stamps, and so I wanted to make them all different. This, you can tell, okay, this is a 12 by 12 strip, and so this is going to give you 4 of the normal size tickets, and then it'll give you like a little ticket stub here on the top, and that's where on all of them I just put my ticket stamp, so you could see there that I did that on all of them. Now, the stamps that you could use, it doesn't have to be ticket stamps, although they're tickets, and so I would prefer it. But here's samples of these that I used, or that you can use. So this one fits on it. This one might not get the whole part of it, but it will get most of it. This one fits, and these I believe I got from Amazon. These are also from Amazon, and again, they don't have to be actual tickets, but you can use this. This one fits as well. But I am using, this is the dupe of the Tim Holtz ticket booth stamp set. So I did use these 4. So I used this one, this one, this one, and this one. This set I did get on AliExpress, and I did share that with you at my AliExpress haul. I also am using, this is also a dupe to the eccentric stamp set. This one I did get on Amazon, and all I used here is this ticket one, and then I believed I used, like, just for the ticket stub, I used some of like the little number tickets stamps. So that's basically all I used this one for. And then the little speckles that you see here on each of them, to kind of grunge it up even more, I used this stamp. And this is from, I'll tell you, this is from the Stone and Slate Stamp and Stencil Set from Joann's that I got. And this is Tim Holtz. This is Tim Holtz original. And this came with the stencil set. So I'm just using this to kind of grunge it up a little bit. So there's that. I'm also using my inks. What else besides the cardstock? I am using this corner punch, and I'm using this side of it, and that is going to give me this, my little edges here, and I'll show you how I do those in a minute. But I did use this corner punch, and I got this at Amazon. But if you don't have that, you can use just your regular hole punch, and that'll give you the same effect. Maybe not as big, but it'll still work just as good. And let's see, you need a pencil. And to perforate the tickets, I did use this tool. This is just, it came in my sewing kit. And so I've had this for years, and I really never even used it until I saw someone use this to perforate the tickets or whatever you want to use that for. And so I do have this, and I did check on at Walmart, and they're super cheap. They're like $2-3. So if you want to get one of these just to use that. And I am using a scoreboard to help with the perforations, so I use that. And then because my cutting is not very straight, to cut these part of the strips, the top layer, I do use my little We Are Memory Keepers little cutting tool. This is the little tiny one. And of course you use your bigger cutting. If you want to use scissors, you can use that. So whatever it is that you want to use. So I believe that's everything. So let's get started and kind of refer back to my directions here. I am using the thicker 12 by 12 cardstock, and like I said, I do have that cut already, so I have my strips here. I did use, for my original ones, I did use the brown cardstock. I just like the look of it better, and so here's this. And I was getting ready to make another set, but I figured, you know, this will probably give you guys a better idea of the paper that I used. This is just left over from my sister's junk journal that I made for her. So I'm just going ahead and using this. I kind of like this whole wire kind of look to it. And let's see. So this strip, okay, let's go with this. This strip is 1 1/4 thick. So this is 1 1/4 thick, 1 1/4 inch, and then by 12, the length of the cardstock. And then the top layer is 1 inch thick by 12. And I already marked it here. So the strips for this, we're gonna cut along, and I'll give you guys the measurements in a minute. So let's go ahead and do the bottom layer first, and I'll put this aside so that I can refer to that later. You are going to need glue. You can use either your art glitter glue or your glue stick, whatever your preference is. I think that's it. Okay, so for this strip, I went ahead and I measured what it is that I need for the length of my ticket. So if you can see here, this is where I perforated it, and this is what's going to be the length of it, and the length will be 2.5 inches. So with the pen, I'm going to mark at 2.5 inches. Let me get my ruler out. So we're just going to mark at 2.5 inches. So that I know that this is where we need to perforate it. And then at 5, and then we'll go back here. It's just easier for me to just slide it over 2.5 and 5. Okay, so that's where we're going to go ahead and perforate it. Perforate. I want to say perforate. That's not the way you say it. It's perforate. Okay, so here I'm going to use my scoreboard, and I'm going to use, okay, let's do this side better. Okay, this is at 2.5, and so I'm pressing a little bit hard, but not too much, and I'm just kind of running it through. And using the scoreboard is actually going to keep me from going offline. And then we're going to do it at 5. And then we're going to turn this around. And I believe this last strip, yeah, it's 2 inches. And that's going to be the stub. So 2 inches, you can see that my mark is a little bit off, but that's okay. So at 2 inches, and then here's supposed to be, let's see. This is 5, so this is 2.5. Okay, so now you could see on both sides that it's perforated. I went ahead and I did that. Now, what I do here, what I'm going to do here now is I'm going to use my corner punch, and this is going to be my first ticket. So I'm going to use, now I like to use these. I have 3 of these that they're all different. I like to use these upside down only because sometimes when I do it this way, I'm thinking that it's in right and it's not. And so this way I can actually see that the corner is in where it's supposed to be. See that? So I'm just going to go ahead and punch, and then I'll fold it where it's perforated. I'll put that in, punch. Now there's a little bit thick, so you might have to squeeze it in, but then I do that on each one, at each corner of the ticket. I just like to do it this way better. I don't know how anybody else does it actually. I had seen a few tutorials, and I just kind of, you know, got the basics of it and then just kind of added my own twist to it. And then the top stub, I don't do the corners because I feel like it's a stub, so it doesn't need it. So I just do it up to there. So here it is. I am going to use this side. I could use this side, I guess. Should we use this side or the lighter side? Well, we have a couple, so here I'm going to go ahead and ink. So let's just do the quick inking. And I do like to ink the perforated part, and I just kind of run through it real quick, folding that. This only takes me a minute. Sorry that you have to watch me do all of this. So this, let's see, this Distress ink is Tim Holtz, and I'm using the walnut stain, in case anybody's wondering. Did I do this? Yeah. And done. There. See? Doesn't that cool? Okay. Now that part is done. So let's now start cutting the now this is the top layer. So as I said, this one is 1 inch in width by 12 in length, and we're going to be cutting them at 2 1/4 inches. And so I went ahead and already marked that. So let me go ahead and cut these real quick. This paper I did have cut, I mean not cut, but I had it folded in the middle, so that's why you see that fold there. I love this little cutter because it's tiny and it does so good for like little projects like this. And this is the stub portion of it, which is 1 5/8. This is going to be the top part to this. So the stub on the bottom layer is going to need the 1 5/8 top layer for the stub. And that's what I used here to do the little ticket. Okay. So that's that. This is just a little extra piece. You can stick that in my bin. Now I'm going to get them all together. And this is just the easier way to do it. I get them all together, getting my corner punch and sticking them all in at the same time. So I'm doing the corners. Just get the corners together, stick them in, and these little bits go flying everywhere. There you go. So now you have them all ready. Then we'll go ahead and ink and stamp them. We're going to stamp them before we actually put them on. But this one, no, we're not going to corner punch that. So let me ink them real quick. On the other set, this one, I did not ink it before, and I think I should have. So because I was trying to be really careful not to get the outer edges on, I wanted to keep it on the stamp on the top layer. And so that's what I did with this, because I know that some of my stamps, if you're not right on it, then there are going to be a few pieces where it's going to come off on the outer edges. So just to kind of keep that under control, we're going to stamp it separately, and then we can glue it all together. Now I have a question. I bought this little stamp sponge thing at Hobby Lobby. It is Tim Holtz. And because I had seen everybody else using these, and I thought, you know what? Because I've been collecting a lot of different inks, I'm going to need more little ink sponges. But this one is the kind that has the Velcro, so that you can keep, like, I guess, you know, putting more and more on as you need it. But I've only been using this for a little while, and it sheds like crazy. I'm constantly having to go in and trim off the little hairs, the little fibers that come off on them. And I don't remember ever seeing anybody else having that problem. So is it just me? Am I just having difficulties, or what's happening? Okay, So now we have our little tickets, and we're going to go ahead and put them in order. And this is the fun part. I think I can put my book away. We're going to use our stamps, and I already have my ink blocks, my acrylic blocks out. So I'm going to go ahead and use my stamps. And then I also need this ticket one. And I believe, and I didn't take that one out, but I have this little frame stamp that I used. Let's see, where did I get that one from? Let's see. Here, I got it from the Bow Bunny at Tuesday Morning, and this is the one I'm talking about. So this I'm going to take out so that I can kind of frame my stub. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with, let me see, do these fit here? No. I can go ahead and just use the smaller one. And I am using black ink for this. Okay, getting out my black ink. And this is going to be just the frame for the stub. So let me make sure that I'm in frame here and just stamp this. Cool, right? And then we'll use this to stamp the ticket in the middle. Nice. There. Now, if you wanted, you can use maybe some, let's see. What do I want to use? Maybe this one? The number 509. Let's do this. Put that one maybe on the bottom. Or the top. I think the bottom is okay. Put it right at the edge. Cool. Now I need something for the top. Something little. Maybe. I'm thinking. We'll just use this one. What does it say? Rep department. Okay, we'll use this one for the top. Cool. There you go. The stub is ready to go. Okay. Now let's go ahead and use the bigger blocks to stamp these. Now, like I said, these are not going to maybe be exactly, but they're pretty close. See? Cool. Okay. Let me get the ink off. Then we'll use this one. And ink this. There's that one. That one came out really good. And then we'll use this one. I thought I had 4. Which other one am I missing? Okay, we're going to use this. trying to think, which one am I missing? Did I not get them all? Duh, I did get 4. Then, which one is it that I haven't used yet? 40, I did that one. 25, I did that one. This one I didn't use yet. Okay. This one is similar to this one, but it's like the opposite. It's blackened out on the edges, and then the Admit one doesn't have ink. There, see? So you can see that they kind of look the same, but they're a little bit different. Okay, so that's that. Now we're going to grunge it up with this one. Ooh, these are still stuck together. But I love this. I love stamping. The only thing is that, boy, does it get everywhere. Doesn't that look cool? I should maybe put 2 together. Kind of use up the whole inky part. Nice. And we'll use these 2. Kind of grunge both of them up. And flip it and grunge this side. Let me flip this one. There. This one needs just a little bit more. Okay, let's see. I think we're done. I think we're done with these. Now we can go ahead and, let's see, we're going to do it this way. So we can go ahead and get back in frame here. Let me just make sure that this is. So this is just the ticket stub. There it goes. Put this here. Just kind of eyeball the middle. And then just do whichever one you want. Just put them in random order. I think the more random it is, the kind of cooler it looks. So here's this. Let's do this one. So the Admit one is not next to the other ones because they do look similar. These are so much fun. Once you get to doing one, you're going to want to mass make them. They're so much fun. Just in one night, I ended up making like 5, and I only had a little bit of time. But I feel like the grungier, the better. You just want to make sure that you get maybe a lighter color for the top layer, because if you do too dark, you're not going to be able to see the stamp. But there it is. Guys, we're all done. Isn't that cool? I love it. I love it. That is so neat. Okay, this one I already had done, and I already have the pieces cut out. See, I already have the pieces cut out, so we'll just do this real quick. And I already have it perforated. So let's just ink this up real quick. I started this one last night. I just didn't finish it. But I really like the way this brown paper looks. See? See how it's coming up? Look. It's a little bit annoying. Did I buy the wrong kind? What's happening? Because normally, and actually, I bought this one first. And this one has actually, I got some really good use out of that. But I thought, you know what? Tim Holtz, right? But what's happening? I don't know what's happening. Okay, I got those done. Let me corner punch these. Again, I'm doing it backwards so that I can make sure that I'm getting it right where it's supposed to. I am going to be filled with these little bits that are flying around everywhere. So let's grunge these up. Ooh, got a little bit too crazy on that one. But see, like I said, the lighter the paper, the better your stamps are gonna stand out more. Make sure you get the little corners. Again, you can make them as grungy or as light as you want. You can make them shabby looking if you like, and just use different inks. Like for this one that I made prior, as you can tell, I used the sage ink to ink around this, and then I used the turquoise to actually use instead of the black for the stamps. So whichever you prefer, whatever style you're into, you can always modify this to whatever style you're into at the moment, or just make different, just to kind of, you know, have some on hand for whatever project you're doing. Okay. So let's go ahead and, no, we need to stamp first. So let's use this to stamp. And this is the ink that I'm using, guys, so it's really good. I haven't had any problems with it. Okay, and then my ticket, the ticket stamp right in the middle, and we'll put the little number on the bottom. Just use the same stamp since I already have them out. Number on the bottom. And then the little department number on the top. And there we have it. Now we'll go into the bigger stamps. So these don't have really any direction because they're floral. So there's that one. And then we'll use this one. I love these stamps. They are so good. There's that. And then we'll use this. Sorry if I'm moving too much. There. Then we need to grunge them up again. Wait. Aw, I did two of the same. What's happening? I forgot this one. Darn it. That's okay. It's fine. It's fine. Just for trying to hurry up so that you guys can see how, you know, get a second glance on how we do these. I missed it and I put the same one on twice, but it's fine. They're cool. I really like it. I love the way these come out. Oops, sorry. I hope I'm not moving you guys around too much. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and glue them on. Let's put this one here in the middle, only because my other ones all say admit one. So we'll put this one there, put this one on the top. This one will go here. And oops. Did it a little too hard. It started to slip off. And then the last one. There it is. So here's the two that we made today. Not bad. I love them. They're so fun. Okay, guys, so that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me on how I do it. Of course, like I said, this is just my take on it. This is just how I like to make them. If you guys have any tips or suggestions, I'd love to hear them. Otherwise, there you go. I hope you guys enjoy, and I hope you guys make a bunch of these and have so much fun with them as much as I did. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe before you leave. And I'll have a haul for next Wednesday and another craft with me for next Friday. So stay tuned for Wednesday, and I'll give you guys a sneak peek of what I'm going to make for Friday. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much. See you next time.